Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom Strategies. So in this video I want to cover Tron. It's been a while since we actually caught up on Tron, so I want to bring you a quick video review for Tron to give you some insight on how the technicals are looking, what kind of news event that are coming up in Tron, and what to expect going into next week, into next month, and all those good stuff. All right, so before we get it started, again, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post this content every day, and please make sure to hit those notification icons so you get this content right away, since this market does move a lot and it's a very dynamic market, so you want to make sure that you're staying on top of it. All right, so let's get it started on Tron. So Tron, just to recap on this chart, kind of walk you through this chart. So it made this breakout. It had a nice breakout back in December, and since then it made this all-time high around 30 cents. That's when I originally started creating this video content on this channel, and I mentioned earlier that back then that it's just too much stretched out, and people were talking about it. People were talking that it's going to moon, it's going to go to $1, but it was just too much extended and it just needed some time to consolidate. All right, so it did consolidate, but the overall market consolidated and actually came in the downtrend. So since then, what happened is try to make this few runs, try to get out of this consolidation zone, but it never really followed through. Very typical to a lot of altcoins that have been trading in past couple of months. It's a very typical pattern of a lot of altcoins, whether it's Tron, whether it's Cardano. A lot of them have been in pretty downtrend. And just the other problem you have to realize, this altcoins, especially these newer projects, they are very early in their adoption stage. Think of Bitcoin back in 2009, right? 2009, when people thought Bitcoin was a big scam. It was trading in pennies, and people really thought that, hey, this is or who would buy something like this, and people really thought it was a big scam. So again, this is in very early stage. This thing, the true potential of the coin, it's very hard to tell right now. That's why I always say that you only want to dedicate X amount to this kind of early stage projects, because you don't know how well they will be executed, how well they will be accepted in the real world, and you have to wait it out and see how well they will perform. So you cannot just simply put in 50% of your portfolio into coin like these. All right, you have to understand that there's a lot of risk involved. Yeah, it can go up, but it can definitely come down, and it can stay down for months and years. If you look at, Tron is not a very good example, but I will show you the example of coins that have been they haven't been moved for a couple of years. So it can happen to any coin. It's not just Tron, and it can happen to any coin. So what I'm trying to say is, you want to dedicate only certain percentage of your portfolio to coin like this. I wouldn't dedicate more than maybe 7-8%, or maybe at maximum to the coins like this, because they're very speculative in nature. Unless you have a very high risk tolerance, you want to make sure you're setting up your portfolio in a way that you can withstand a lot of this negative news in the overall market, and just a lot of this heavy downtrend that we have in past couple of months. All right, so that being said, let's talk about I wanted to bring you to this website. I have mentioned this on the on the channel before. Coin Checkup has this new feature where you actually can click on this event tab, and what it does is it gives you all the events that are upcoming for that project or for that coin. All right, so for Tron, they have this German weekly report, which is like, you know, having a weekly report in German. So they want to expand to, like, you know, broader community. So that's a good thing, you know, as they are staying active, and they're trying to expand to broader community. So that's something going to happen on, I believe, 22nd. So yeah, that's a good thing. And the other thing that I'm really looking out for is this coin burn that is coming up around the March 30 for Tron. So this is the first beta launch. That's another thing that's coming out on March 31st. Tron will launch the first beta version on Extorius. That's the wallet. So that's a very good thing. There's a lot of people use this wallet, including myself. So I'll be very curious how the installation goes, and how is this beta version will come about. So we'll find out. Testnet launch. Alright, that's another event on March 31st. So there are a lot of events that's coming for Tron in March 31st. This coin burn is also coming. So end of March seems like a pretty packed schedule for Tron. Now right now the market obviously is taking a dive, and Tron is taking a dive with it. So the question is it going to hold up? That's the thing is, if the overall market is going to sell off, then every coin will get hit. It's not just Tron. Every single coin will get hit. Alright, so keep that in mind. But that being said, Tron is coming to one of the major support points. So previously this was acting as a major support, which is around 0.025 cents, and that's where Tron is trading, is coming to that level right now. It's at 0.026, so it's almost there, and it's as one of those support level that we previously tested, and it did hold. So it did hold up back then, and so hopefully it will hold up this time as well. So if you want to get into Tron, then this might be a good opportunity. But again, you can do a couple of things. You can either go with a smaller, very tiny positions, and then add on to it. If it drops 10% more, you can add on maybe additional position. Or you can go with your stop losses. You can go have a tight stop losses for 3%, maybe 4%, and have those tight stop losses. So those are the couple of things that you can do if you are interested in getting into Tron. And Tron is one of the coin that it have a lot of potential. I'm not going to just keep on saying same thing again and again, but I think the coin does have potential. The team behind Tron, the guy who invented Tron, Justin Sun, he seems like a very he's very active on social media, but he also seems to have very good team behind the project. So they are pretty actively working on all the coding and all, trying to get this project online as soon as possible. So that being said, I think just to recap right now, it's coming to the support level, which was previously held up. It was back in early February. That's when we tested that support, when the overall market took a nosedive, and now we're coming back to that point again. So that would be the good point, in my opinion, to start a maybe position or add on to some position in Tron. We have been going in this steady downtrend in Tron, so I mean, it's going to be a matter of time when we get out of it. So it's almost like a falling wedge right now, but we will sooner or later we will get out of it. Okay, so I'm watching Tron, and I think this volume is declining on the downside, so there might be some movement on the upside, but again the overall market needs to get better and needs to stay over. For the Bitcoin, we need to get over that 8,300 mark. Right now Bitcoin is trading around 7,600, so the overall market is selling off, and a lot of coins are selling off with them. All right, so but in this market, what you can do is keep your first of all, make sure you have positive attitude. Don't become like it's about like a mind game. It's like if you have to stay positive in this kind of market. You realize that you're not the only one who is sitting in the red. The thing is, you have to understand is you have to do your proper your trade management, you need to set up your portfolio so it's not like taking a huge nosedive. Other thing you want to watch out for is like just like looking for the good coins. Don't just go for too many speculative coins. Look for coins like Litecoin is a good one. I'm watching Litecoin right now. If Litecoin comes to that 143 mark, 142 mark, I will be looking into Litecoin position. I will definitely look into that position to add or Litecoin around that mark, because it's coming at this 200 moving average, and also the previous resistance that was tested and it held up. So I will be looking into Litecoin. So when the overall market dives, make sure you're not just looking into speculative coins, you're also looking into more stable and tested coins. Okay, so going back to alright, so Tron again coming to the support level. There could be a trade if there's a news that's coming up. Coin burn coming up on March 30th. So, and there's a lot of the first beta launch for the Extortius wallet. That should be good news. So let's see how it holds up, and we'll cover Tron again. But right now it's selling off with the overall market. So we'll find out. Okay. So that's all, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I think it's a good coin, but it's still very in an early adoption stage. It's a very early to predict that, hey, this coin is going to have a home run, or is it going to be one of the average coin, or is it going to be a complete dud? All right, so it's just in that early stage right now. So it's that makes it a speculative coin. That's whether you like it or not, it makes it a speculative coin. It can give you a great return, or it might not give you such a great return. That's why you only invest certain amount of your portfolio in this kind of coins. You never go all in this kind of coins, because it still hasn't proven itself. It's still in that beta phase. So all right. So that's all, guys. Talk to you soon, and I will do some more altcoins video tomorrow. All right. Good night.